All right. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Achah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, the taught us his truth. Honors and salutations to all Serakim throughout the four corners of the earth, laboring in honesty, sincerity, charity, and sound doctrine. To the Akwatim and to the children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. His Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. He's going to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. You know, my name is Mark Alabun Gab and Yasharala with the Watchman Philadelphia camp here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I just came across this video, and it basically says it says they tried to warn us. Lost video from 1965, and I remember a while back being in the car with my cousin, man, when I bounced at a bar, and we was talking about how Esau basically tried to make plans. They put them like 50 years in advance. You know what I'm saying? So this is what 65, 2015. That'd have been 50 years or whatever. But anyway, man, Esau is a fucking devil, man. You know what the Bible speaks of. And this was in '65, but this he looked like an Edomite. You know, he basically was like a whistleblower, so to speak. So I'm play the clip, you know, and it's about 11 minutes long, so I'm gonna play the clip. There you go. Hello there, I'm George. Shalom. Get back to the beginning. And yo, matter of fact, this is why we call Esau the devil, man. Because everything that this dude is saying in here. And I was watching another video earlier about that. Basically, he's talking about the whole homosexual agenda, man. Check it out. Hello there. I'm George Putnam. I'd like to begin with a fact. A simple yet shocking fact. It is this. A flood tide of filth is engulfing our country in the form of newsstand obscenity. It is threatening to pervert an entire generation of our American children. We know that once a person is perverted, it is practically impossible for that person to adjust to normal attitudes in regard to sex. Yet much of this material has been described as an illustrated, detailed course in perversion, abnormal sex, crime, and violence. It is also a fact that no matter who buys this material, 75 to 90% of it ends up in the hands of our children. Now, you might ask yourself, why this sudden concern? Pornography and sex deviation have always been with mankind. This is true. But now, consider another fact. Never in the history of the world have the merchants of obscenity, the teachers of unnatural sex acts, had available to them the modern facilities for disseminating this filth. High-speed presses, rapid transportation, mass distribution, all have combined to put the vilest obscenity within reach of every man, woman, and child in the country. In the past few years, this obscenity traffic in salacious newsstand literature has become increasingly worse, not only in content, but in volume. This traffic continues to increase and flourish for one reason. It is big business, profitable business, for the mercenary persons who produce it, and for its more than 800 distributors. The United States Supreme Court has described it as dirt for dirt's sake. We describe it as dirt for money's sake. Obscene literature is a $2 billion a year business. That's $2 billion. Through this material, today's youth can be stimulated to sexual activity for which She has no legitimate outlet. He is even enticed to enter the world of homosexuals, lesbians, sadists, masochists, and other sex deviants. The psychiatric terms for these unnatural sex acts are unknown to most decent adults in our country. But through this salacious material, these abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children. Perversion for profit. Here is the most vicious, the most insidious feature of these publications. They constantly portray abnormal sexual behavior as being normal. They glorify unnatural sex acts. They tell youngsters that it's smart, it's thrilling, it provides kicks to be a homosexual, a sadist, and every other kind of deviant. The Military Chaplains Association of the United States, practically every major fraternal, civic, and religious organization, the juvenile court judges, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, innumerable psychiatrists, sociologists, and psychologists, attribute the moral decay among our people in very large part to the obscene and pornographic literature in our society. This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit. A major factor that makes youngsters prime targets for this printed filth is the natural curiosity of youth about the mysterious force of sex. Yet, on virtually every newsstand is a welter of misinformation which can wreck them for life. Well, at this point, my friends, I wish to make it clear that the obscenity I'm talking about and the examples that I'm about to show you were not bought on the sly from under the counter. They were not purchased on Skid Row or on the other side of the tracks. They can be bought openly by anyone in drugstores, groceries, delicatessens, terminals, malt shops, cigar stores, newsstands, all over the community. They can be purchased by children, whether in a small town like McAllen and the Rio Grande, or in Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles. A prime example of one major category are the so-called girly magazines, which sell over 15 million copies a month. These highly colorful magazines picture stark nudity on slick paper. They often present their subject on bed or couch, in positions indicative of intercourse or other sex act, obviously calculated to stimulate the reader. The nakedness, the nudity of these magazines is defended and foisted upon the people by a vociferous minority in our society. They lack the moral standards and values of our Judeo-Christian heritage. They not only oppose the principles of that heritage, which has given us our rich institutions and laws, but they advocate their overthrow. This picture hints at the common idea of bestiality. Dr. Sorokin, the renowned sociologist at Harvard, says that today the newsstands, quote, depict the world as a sort of human zoo, inhabited by raped, mutilated, and murdered females, and by he-males, outmatching in bestiality cavemen, and outlusting the lustiest of animals. Male and female alike are hardened in cynical contempt of human life and values, unquote. Well, certainly other factors are contributing to the moral decay that concerns so many decent people today. But isn't it reasonable to presume that material such as you've just seen is one of the major factors? And it is important to realize that even if you knew that your own children would never, under any conditions, read this material, if you knew this, and you can't know this, you must realize that they are constantly exposed to those who do read this material, and who might be triggered into compulsive acts of sex violence. Therefore, the most insidious feature of these publications is that they glorify crime and ridicule law and authority. Vice is presented as fun. This warped idea of fun has contributed to the fact that 1 out of every 20 children born in the United States last year was illegitimate. The rate of illegitimacy has been steadily climbing. And the care of these children costs taxpayers $1 billion a year in government aid. This does not take into account the human misery or suffering that cannot be measured in dollars and cents. What these publications promote as fun has helped to increase the spread of venereal disease in this country. Reported syphilis has increased more than 300% in the last 5 years. The incidence of gonorrhea has been steadily rising. One segment of the increase occurs among the expanding homosexual population. But even more startling is the fact that the greatest increase in venereal disease is among children 10 to 18 years of age. The increasing crime rate also parallels the increase in obscenity. A vicious crime of violence, murder, forcible rape, or assault to kill is being committed every 3 minutes. The total cost of crime in human waste, misery, tax, and material loss is beyond calculation. Sex-mad magazines are helping to create criminals faster than we can build jails to house them. This $2 billion a year racket is challenging every mother and father in this country and everyone interested in the welfare of our children. The question is this: do you want your children stimulated and driven into an early, unstable marriage before they have had a chance to achieve the economic, educational, and emotional stability necessary for family life? Do you want your son enticed into the world of homosexuals, or your daughter lured into lesbianism? Do you want either of them to discover how to get sexual gratification by inflicting pain on themselves or by torturing other people? Do you want them to lose all chance of a normal, happy married life? Our Constitution was written by men who put their trust in God and founded a government based on His laws. These laws are on our side. We have a constitutional guarantee of protection against obscenity. In this day especially, we must seek to deliver ourselves from this twisting, torturing evil. We must save our nation from decay and deliver our children from the horrors of perversion. We must make our land, the land of the free, a safe home. Oh God, deliver us, Americans, from evil.
So yo, man. So you hear what that dude was saying on there, and he said, "Oh Lord, deliver us Americans from evil." But America's the ones that's causing all this evil anyway, man. You know. So yeah, America's going to be delivered. Yo, America's going to be delivered into that fire, man. Because America is the lake of fire. You know. And God, I'm jumping right into the scriptures, man. 'Cause he said a whole lot. You know. And he basically was rambling, man. But he said some shit though. You know. And those were plans from uh 65. You know. So this is Micah chapter 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand, man." So yeah, it's in the power of their hand. So they sat there while they sit down working. It says working iniquity, working evil on their bed. So they laying down at night like, damn, what I'm gonna do in the morning, like that old cartoon Pinky and the Brain. He's like, what we gonna do tonight, Brain? And he's like, try to take over the world, Pinky. You know, and that's basically what Esau is doing. But the earth is given to him, pursuing the book of Job 9:24. You know, I'm gonna read this again. It's 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning's light, they practice it, because it is in the power. It's in the power of their hands." So, yo, they been had these plans for this homosexuality and pushing it on the children. And look, this was 65, so now they actually have courses in your schools, man. You know, in elementary schools where they have to teach the LGBTQXYZ shit. You know, they got to teach that to the children, and they trying to make them sensitive to it. You know, because Esau's a devil. This is why we call him the devil, man. You know, and then the dude sent a video. He's like, "Oh, we pattern ourselves after God's laws." But that's a damn lie, man. But what God are they worshiping? You know, it's not Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. Because this truth ain't for Esau, man. You know, our heritage is not for Esau. Esau, you're going into slavery. This is your kingdom right now. So you all you're gonna do is lie to motherfuckers. But anyway, since they wanted to do that whole homosexual agenda, which they have running rampant now, this is Leviticus chapter 20 and 13. It says, if a man also lie with mankind, he Salakia, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death, and their blood shall be upon them. So, man, that's why Esau is doing. And Esau knows these scripts, you know, and he knows we're the Israelites. That's why he's doing everything to go against the will of Yahweh Bashim. Well, I ain't gonna say against the will because he can't go against the will, but go against the scriptures, man. He don't want us to come back in power, you know. So he's doing and throwing all type of monkey wrenches in it. Like I was watching a video earlier that this dude did on Mr. Rogers and talking about the making of balloons. But the way they were speaking, and this was a little child show, Mr. Rogers, I remember when I was a kid, I used to watch that shit. And my uncle, he used to snap about that. He called him all kinds of homos and all that shit. I'm like, damn, why coming at Mr. Rogers like that? But see, he was older, so he knew, man. But they was gearing that shit to the kids, man. Trying to agenda on you. That homosexual agenda, man. All right? And the dude mentioned about these women, you know, being lesbians and all that. And yo, that shit is crazy now, man. So it's the book of Romans, chapter 1 and 26. It says, "For this cause the Most High gave them up into vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature." So that means the women are humping on each other, man. You know? So the Lord gave them to that dishonor, ignominy, disgrace. It's a disgrace for a woman to sleep with another woman, but these women running around now holding hands, hugging, kissing. I be sitting at my job and all that, man. You know, like these bull daggers really think that they men, man. You know, and they talk freely and openly about it. When all that's an abomination, man. An abomination to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. That's a detestable thing, man. You know, and that's like that's crazy, man. That's actually really crazy. But see, this in this video that I posted, well, you know that I shared, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Bashim Rakatadas Shalom a lot, you know. But yeah, man, that's a detestable and disgusting act, which Esau is pushing out here on you know, he just pushing it out here, man. But this is I'm gonna jump into Proverbs. Uh, Proverbs chapter 24 and 2. It's the book of Proverbs chapter 24 and 2. It says, "For their heart study of destruction, and their lips talk of mischief," man. So, yo, that's what Esau be doing, man. All right? It says, "For their heart study of destruction." So their heart is what? Their mind, their lob in the Hebrew, man. So what do? They studying to see how the Jack Jake and have us and further keep us into that try to further keep us into that pit, into where they want us, man. It says for their heart study of destruction, and everything that man said in that video is destruction, death and destruction to us, man. You know, because that's doing what, going against our power. Yahweh should be outside, which we ain't supposed to do, man. All right, so it says for their heart study of destruction, and their lips talk of mischief, man. So look, let's get the word mischief real quick. All right, mischief is amal, which is toil, trouble, labor, trouble, mischief, labor. So yeah, man, they their lips talk of mischief. That's trouble, man. You know. So if you doing these things that Esau he puts out there and try to make it seem like, oh, everybody's doing it, it's okay, you could do it. That's speaking trouble, man. That's talking mischief, man. Because that should get your ass destroyed, man. Quick, fast, in a hurry. All right. And then they always try, and then they do it for what? They try to make our people do this shit and throw that money at you. But only a weak-minded nigga gonna take that fucking money, man. On that Judas Iscariot shit, you gonna take that fucking that purse, man. You know. But then that's the first thing they want to do. They be like, oh, everybody has a price, and then they do it, and all of those and everything that man said, he was like, if we put this out here, that's going to cause this, and then the people going to what do you say? It's gonna be so much crime and everything like that that they ain't gonna be able to build enough jails to house the people, man, because that's how much crime gonna be being committed one time, and that's true, man. And that video was from 1965, man. And now it's surfacing out why when all these things are happening. So like it's like okay, now we can show you now because we already got the plan in play and it's going good right now. But guess what, man? That shit. Listen, this is Proverbs 11:4. It says, "Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver from death, man." So yeah, you gotta be righteous, man. That money, all Esau do is try to throw money at you. The make you compromise your morals. When that money don't mean shit. I'm gonna read that again. This is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver from death, man. So, man, righteousness is going to deliver from death. And all those acts, the homosexual acts that I read in Leviticus, the 20th chapter, verse 13, it says that both of them shall be put to death, for surely be put to death for doing that detestable act, man. But Esau make it seem like it's cool, man. You know? And what he try to do, he try to get in Eve's ear. Because the women, there's a lot of fucking dyke ass bitches out here, man. You know? And then they turn a man onto it. Like, yo, what the fuck, man? You know? But anyway, man, this is John chapter 10 and 10. So I ain't trying to be too long. But I just want to, expose Esau some more while we call him the devil. But this is John chapter 10 and 10. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. All right, it says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy, man. That's all Esau's about. He's a fucking thief for one, because he stole our heritage, you know, and made us think that we was bywords and all that. But that was through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi outside, because we turned our back on him. All right. So it says the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill. So everything, matter of fact, how they do them niggas in Hollywood, man, after they've sucked the life out of you and shit. And then, you start seeing like, damn, man, why the fuck I sell out? And then you want to start trying to expose their shit. What they gonna kill you, man. You know? All type of blood sacrifices in Hollywood, basketball, entertainment, period, man. Like the scriptures say, never trust our enemy because his iron rusted so is his wickedness, man. So what the hell you even trying to trust your enemy for? Like, you gotta be out your goddamn mind to trust Esau. Or he just a weak individual, man. You know? I'm gonna read this again. This is John chapter 10 and 10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. All right. It says, I am not. It's just all right. It says, I am come that they might have life, that they might have it more abundantly, man. So Yahweh Shah said he's coming that we might have life and have it more abundantly, man. And life, these scriptures, man, the law, statutes, and commandments of this Bible, you know. But what's Esau all about? Death, man. Yo, look at the fucking videos, man. You know, them niggas wearing all black. Black represents what? Darkness, man. Confusion, you know. They want to wear all black and all this crazy shit, man. But the scriptures tell you that what we gonna be white, man. White as snow. That's pure, you know. That's light, man. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 47 and 3. Uh, Salaki, bear with me. Isaiah 47 and 3. Because this is what's going on right now. This is Isaiah chapter 47 and 3. It says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. So yeah, right now Esau's shame, his nakedness is being shown, man. You know? His nakedness. Like all the shit that they did for child, they put pedophilia in your shows, everything that your eyes see, man. You know, but the scriptures tell you we're not ignorant of Esau's devices, man. You know, so we, the men of the Lord, man, the hopeful elect, man, they able to see through these things and break pick them apart. You know. But you also have whistleblowers, you have dudes, because the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah said he was going to pour his spirit on all flesh in these days. So you got some dudes, man, you know, they got a zeal. Our people got a zeal, but not according to knowledge. So like, you got dudes that might be heavy on the Illuminati type of shit, you know, and they really picking it apart and get into that shit, you know, and that might just be their lot, you know. But they're exposing things, and then yo, you get a man of the Lord to come and be like, oh, let me look at this. Then come and hit it with the scriptures stuff. You know what I'm saying? You hit that shit with the scriptures. So all Esau's secrets and everything, man. The what they say, the cat is out the bag, basically, man. Esau, your kingdom is going down. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. Yahweh Shem outside, Yahweh coming back, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to That's right, brother. That's right. This is Isaiah 5 and 20. It says, woe, this is Isaiah chapter 5 and 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And yo, is that not what God does, man? He tell you it's cool to be a homosexual. He tells you it's cool to be a lesbian. He tell you it's cool to disrespect Yahweh Shem Shai. And he puts that thing high, man. Like I was watching a video from Nas from that video "You Can Hate Me Now," and he was walking with the cross on his shoulder like he was Yahweh Shai. Fucking disrespectful, man. Like you like that's like a nigga doing that. It's like you glorying in his death, man. You out of your fucking mind, man. For what? Some money, you know? For some type of money, some type of fame. So yo, Esau, he's all about Esau's not about balance. He's about flipping shit upside down, and that's why like you see certain Masonic things. They got everything flipped upside down. They got the cross flipped upside down. You know, I think it was they got. Matter of fact, I just saw the trailer. This dude broke it down. It was a trailer for this movie by what's his name, Michael Jordan Peele, or son of Key and Peele dude, whatever, man. But he basically you know, it's the movie is called Us, all right, and the dude was going through it talking about yo that might be, is he talking about the U.S. and it's the same dude that produced and what's that, yeah, basically produced that movie Get Out, man. So it's they saying they basically trying to say it's like a sequel to that and all that, but you know, they like all Esau shit is coming out, man, straight up. I'm gonna read this again. This is Isaiah 5 and 20. It says, woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter, man. And that's basically, hey, man, if you can't see, like, look, man, it tells you about cross dressing in the scriptures. A man is not supposed to wear a woman's garment. A woman's not supposed to wear a man's garment. And these niggas in Hollywood, where Esau tell you, yo, if you want this money, and that's one of them rituals that they have to do. You gotta dress like a woman. Look at Tyler Perry, Martin Lawrence was Shanae, Jamie Foxx was Wanda. Eddie Murphy did multiple Rasputia, all them different types of fucking act women roles, you know. So that's them calling evil good, man. All right, this the last scripture. And I'll get out of here. I want to do a couple more videos, Lord's will. Um, this is Ephesians chapter 6 and 12. All right, come on. This is Ephesians chapter 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. And yo, these orders and all these rituals is coming from what? The higher ups in the society, the elites, man. You know? So physically we're not out here wrestling with these niggas like, yo, you gonna stop doing this shit, motherfucker, and swinging on them. No. We giving them spiritual blows, man. You know? Because darkness right now, we bringing a light to the darkness, and this whole society is dark. You know? The elect of Israel was the true Illuminati, the true light bearers, which the word Lucifer just means light bearer, man. All right? So we're the true light bearers, man. What the scripture says, they shall a man light a candle and put it underneath a bush, underneath a bed, roughly paraphrasing. You know? You can't do that. You know? So, man, like Esau, your time is up, man. And all your wickedness is being shown. Your kingdom is coming down. You'll soon be out of power, and the world and the earth will be restored back to its rightful owners, man, given back into their hands, which is us, the Israelites, the 12 tribes, you know, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and confusion of faces. There's a lot of wickedness going on out here tonight. But anyway, to the next lesson, I'm gonna say Shalom Yasharala, stay strong. We almost home. And death to America.